Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm in a lot of pain today. This might be TMI, just way too much information, but I started my period today, and for those of you who listened to the podcast yesterday, may have heard I have PCOS, so I don't get periods regularly, and this is the first time I've had it regularly, and it sucks because I'm in so much pain, but I'm also kind of happy that it's come fairly regularly. I don't know what's going to happen from here on out, but I would like for that to continue. On another note, I have good news. That is the only piece of bad news I have for you today, and honestly, I hope that it will be the only bad thing that I'll be saying in this video all day. I passed 100 subscribers a few days ago, and I'm really overwhelmed because I didn't really expect my channel to do very well. I kind of just do whatever and hope that people enjoy watching it. And I'm really happy that it has turned out that way. And before you guys continue to watch, the basis of today's video is just going to be me answering some like tiebreaker type questions and some questions that people have asked, things that people want to know, just so you can get to know me better as a person. If you're not interested in that, I'm happy for you to go. You didn't have to be here in the first place. All I wanted to say is that thank you so much for your love and support. It's really encouraged me to continue, both in recording videos fairly consistently and continue fighting for what I believe to be right. Now, as you can see, I'm not in my normal place. I'm at my boyfriend's house currently. He's taking care of me, he always does. And I understand the camera's a little bit different because I'm using his PC and there tends to be a glare, so I don't know if I should take off my glasses. I think that might be a little better. The only problem is I might be looking in weird directions because I can't see, and also I need to read. So for those of you who came here to see me without my glasses, here you go. I'm going to put them back on, and I apologise for the glare. For those of you who are leaving because you don't want to watch the question and answer video, goodbye, I will see you in the next one. I wanted to do something very light-hearted today because the last few videos have been so heavy, and honestly I just want a little bit of a change of pace before we get back to that. In addition to subscribers, I also became the co-host of the Out of the Fold podcast with the host. I don't know if he wants me saying his name, but I enjoy it. I really like doing it, and thank you so much for those of you who have downloaded or listened to it on all the different platforms that it's available on. I will leave links in the description box below for where you can listen to that. If you haven't heard it already, I'll probably link you to the tweets that Outfold Podcast has released, because those will have all the links that you can listen to it on all the different platforms. And I'm really happy to see from what he has sent me for me to be someone that you guys enjoy listening to. I've had some of the highest download rates that he can see, so thank you for that. I didn't really expect people to enjoy me talking because I talk a lot as it is, and some people like it, some people don't, obviously, and I try to be an honest person in what I try to say, and you don't have to agree with me. I don't want you to agree with me all the time. I don't want people to obtain my views because they're my views. I want you to be able to think for yourself. I want you to be able to research. I want you to be able to do whatever you have to do to believe in what you believe in wholeheartedly. That is my mission on this planet. To anyone who hears me, I want you to make up your own conclusions. That's why I don't tend to provide evidence, A, because it's a waste of time, and B, because I think it's really important for you to do your own research and figure those things out. And I'm going to do that consistently. None of my videos are going to be like most ex-Muslim videos where they provide you with a lot of evidence for what they say. I don't think that that's, to me, it doesn't seem beneficial. Obviously those resources are very useful for when you are having a very tense debate, possibly, but for me, I like to argue on the basis of experience and human empathy. That is my whole thing. And I don't also want to base all of my videos on religion. I studied religion my whole life. Religion was my entire identity for 21 years of my life. I do not want it to continue to be part of my identity. If you guys want any other types of videos, even really dumb videos where I just like a mukbang where you just want me to sit and eat, which I have planned in Ramadan, believe it or not, or you want me to introduce you to people in my life, I can bring that to them. Obviously, I can't control whether or not they choose that. Please do suggest other things for me to do besides to just talk about my religion, or my ex-religion, rather. I'm always happy to talk about my past experiences because I think it's important for me to put that experience out in order to normalize someone else's experience of what they're going through and how they're dealing with things. I think it's so important for them to find a way to deal with what they're going through, because I didn't have many of those resources growing up and honestly coming out of Islam. So I'm happy that those resources were more prevalent, but there weren't really resources of people talking about specific things like what happened with my dad, for example, or the experience of leaving home. It's not a common experience that's shared. And I think people should detach shame from those experiences because they happened to you. They happened to you, so it's important to talk about it and make people who go through the same thing feel normal that it also happened to them. Now getting away from the toughness of that subject, if you have any recommendations, please let me know. All the links to the podcasts and stuff like that will be in the description. I just want to get to these 20 odd questions and answer them for you. If you're not interested in that, again, please feel free to leave. Thank you so much for subscribing and listening to me and sharing my experience with other people and also relating to it. So thank you. I've written down these questions. Two of them are from two of my followers, and the others are from sites that I picked off the internet. They're all icebreaker questions. It's nothing like super, super personal, but it's kind of personal because it makes you think. And please feel free to share your experiences or share your opinions on any of the things I say, or give your own answers to these questions if you feel like it. I would be happy to read those after I do this video. So the first question is from ExCultBaby, and you should 100% subscribe to her. She recently also hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and I will probably leave a link to her Twitter handle down below. Her question was, what's your favorite haram thing to do? So haram, if you're not familiar with the term, haram just means prohibited in Islam. And I thought about this for a while because you asked me this like 2 or 3 days ago, and I can't decide between sex and drinking. Those are the two things I enjoy the most at the moment. I have one partner. I'm monogamous as of now, but I can't decide between the two. Drinking is fun, but I don't do it to the extent that I have sex. So I don't know. It's one of those two things. The second question is from Liberté et Glaic1, and he asks cats or dogs. Funny story attached to this question. This was actually the first question I asked to my current boyfriend, Ed. My first question to him was cats or dogs, and it was my way to discern whether or not I would get on with him. And honestly, I don't have anything against cats. I like cats. I think they're cute. But my personal preference is dogs. I love dogs. Dogs are my favorite pet. I've wanted one since I was a little kid, and I've denied the feelings of wanting one, lying to myself for years by being a Muslim, and I cannot wait until we get one. And I have a whole list of names that I want to name my dogs. Dogs plural, because I definitely want more than one, and I want different breeds. I think my favourite small breeds are corgis. I really, really want a corgi, but they're not very common. And my favourite big breeds are like Dobermans and Rottweilers. I love dangerous looking dogs because they make me feel safe, and honestly, I like my dogs like I like my men. I like them to look very, very tough on the exterior, but very soft on the interior, because those kinds of dogs are very loyal and they're very loving. Third question, if you could have an endless supply of any food, what would you get? I don't know, because I have phases of things. I have phases of interests, I have phases of food, I have phases of hobbies. It's really difficult for me to pick a favourite of something. I think if I had to have one food forever, it would be... Ed wanted to join me. So Ed, the question was, if you could have an endless supply of any food, what would you want to get? Like, what would you eat?
Mate, that's literally the hardest question imaginable. Are you fucking serious?
I know. I don't know what to choose.
Wow, okay. Strange one, but maybe breaded veal, or how they say it in Austria, Wiener Schnitzel.
You like your schnitzel.
Oh, mate, it's fucking amazing. You can do it with so many different variations.
No, I would probably have chicken. Chicken is like my favourite
Yeah,
food.
but chicken's got the most boring, just like mundane taste
No, it
ever.
doesn't. You can do anything with chicken.
Mm.
It doesn't have the most mundane taste ever.
I find it boring, but that's just me. So
Chicken is yummy. Next question is, if you were an animal, what would you be and why?
Well, what do you think?
You'd be a dog.
Absolutely. Well,
100% be a
what
dog.
breed?
Cocker spaniel.
Rude.
What
Try again.
would you be? A Labrador.
No. German Shepherd.
You'd be a German Shepherd.
Absolutely, I would.
You don't have the personality of a German Shepherd.
Bork.
You don't.
All right.
What would I be?
Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua.
Yeah.
No, I would
You're
not.
short and spunky.
What animal? Not a breed of dog.
Oh, you'd probably be a goat.
I would be a goat. Because goats can eat everything and they're my favourite animal.
Well, plus you do a really great goat bleating.
You're
sound.
going to make me do the goat bleating on camera?
No, just like disclosure for all you guys. Faye's main party trick is to sound like a goat, and it's really quite something. Maybe when she hits 500 subscribers, get your pals to start
Oh my
watching and
gosh.
subscribe her, and then she'll do it.
Oh, it would take a lot. It will take an act of God to make me do that on camera.
Oh,
You have
no.
not gotten me to do that.
I know. I've got my ways though. So guys, help me fund this and help me get Faye to do her ghost impersonation on camera. I mean, it's
So
absolutely
bad.
brilliant.
So bad. You're evil.
No, I'm just your boyfriend. You know, that's what I do.
Next question is, what's one goal you'd like to accomplish during your lifetime?
Ooh, one goal. Well, maybe like
I know mine.
visit every state in America.
Is that your goal? Really?
One of them, yeah.
How come?
Because they're
I
also-
didn't even
it's-
think you liked America.
It's so interesting, 50 states, 50 different countries. They all have their own little quips. They all have their own little odysseys, and I've
That's
only
interesting.
been to maybe 3 or 4 of them.
I like that.
Yeah,
I don't know what one goal I have. I have a lot of goals.
maybe to learn how to sing. Just sing.
I want you to teach me.
Yeah, that's
They
not
don't know this, but I want you to teach me to sing. I haven't told them that yet because I'm waiting to make that episode with you. But first of all, you have to come on camera,
Spoiler alert.
and second of all,
Yeah, I'm
you have
camera
to agree.
shy. I'm camera shy, mate.
You have to
you
agree
can see
to
my
help me
sexy shoulder
sing.
having a bit of a waggle, but that's all you can get. And maybe
So
my hands.
bad. I don't know what one goal. I would like to write like a best-selling novel. I think
Ooh.
I would like to write a best-selling novel.
But would you use your name, or would you use?
I would use my name.
Yeah?
I'd use Faye Ramen. Yeah,
Fair.
wouldn't use my full name because anyone who says it on TV would get it wrong.
Absolutely,
would
but that's
be-
the fun of it, though.
It would be a case of Adele
But-
Dazeem all over again.
But that's the fun of it, though. That can turn into like a reality TV show.
What?
It's like guess Faye's full name
Not guess Faye's full
Or
name.
try
Try
and
and
pronounce
pronounce her name. Only Arabs would be able to pronounce it.
with
properly.
1,000 Bangladeshi currency. Like,
Oh, it'd
grand
be,
prize.
you reckon it would be a Bangladeshi TV show?
No, that'd be so easy. I'm just being silly.
Okay.
Just making fun of the fact that you're from Bangladesh. There's no reason. for me
So
to do that.
bad.
I'm just being rude.
So number 6 is, when you were little, who was your favourite superhero and why?
Ooh,
I know what mine is.
Batman. Actually, mine was.
Yours is Batman.
Yeah, I had like all of his like VHS cassette tapes.
Oh, so cute.
I was a boy.
That's so adorable. I know a lot of people like Batman. I'm not a fan of the DC universe, and I kind of find him very contrived, which I'm sure a lot of people will now unfollow me for. But my favourite superhero has always been Wolverine.
Yeah. Well,
Up until Logan.
is that because, going on a limb here, because you have the absolute unmitigated hots for Hugh Jackman?
Not just that, I used to watch the X-Men cartoons as well. But yes, I do
Yeah,
have the
but
unmitigated hots for Hugh Jackman.
But mainly because of
No,
Hugh
I used to
Jackman.
watch the cartoons as a kid.
I'm smelling bullshit. I don't know which direction it's coming from. Just
It's
saying.
coming from you. I can't sort my hair out. I'm just going to leave it out. Who is your current hero?
My current hero. Oh, I've got a few actually.
Wait, can I guess? Freddie Mercury.
Ah.
John Bonham. David Bowie. David Bowie is your hero.
Yes.
David Bowie is
he's
your hero.
one of my top 3. He's one of
David
one of my-
Bowie is your hero.
Yeah, well, he wrote a track called Hero, so it's quite fitting.
You every minute you have the chance to mention David Bowie.
Who
you
the
mention
fuck is
David
John
Bowie.
Bonham? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Why do you say John
I
Bonham?
don't know. I assumed. I've heard him in the context of music. You're a
John Bon
musician.
Jovi, you dick.
No, John Bonham.
Yeah, there's probably someone called Bon Jovi. But yeah, Bon Jovi is what I like to call part of the Powerhouse 3.
No, you like to
consisting
call
of
him
Bryan Adams, John Bon Jovi, and Bruce Springsteen.
like Bon Jovi because you think he's a silver fox.
They weren't meant to say that!
didn't say that.
No, they weren't meant to hear that, sorry. Fucking wrong word. Don't keep that in the video.
My hero is Jenna Marbles because I aspire to be everything she is.
Oh,
Everything.
Including have an Italian greyhound called Kermit.
Yeah, I would have an Italian greyhound called Kermit.
Yeah, well, Kermit's really cute, so...
Yeah.
That is.
What's your favourite thing to do in the summer? I haven't experienced many summers where I'm able to do things.
Go start bollock naked and just run around places where I know families are going to be. That's just personal favourite.
You have never done that.
I know.
You've literally never done that. Also, you would burn up like a crisp.
You weren't meant to know that again! Full disclosure, do not keep this in the video, please. Stop! Unfair.
Oh. I haven't experienced too many summers where I'm able to do things, but I enjoy going to the beach and collecting shells. We should do that this summer.
I haven't done that since I was a kid, actually.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
I want to see some crabs, because when we went to Devon, we didn't get to see any. We looked for some, we went rock climbing to look in rock pools, and we didn't see any. And I was so disappointed.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're weird. They're fun though.
Alright, next question. If they made a movie of your life, what would it be about? And which actor would you want to play you? Can I guess the actor that I think would play you?
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Who would it be then?
MPH, obviously.
You'd get Neil Patrick Harris to play you?
Absolutely.
No.
Yes, because he and I are actually quite alike.
You said the same thing about Ryan Reynolds.
One of the two. As long as you've got a big forehead, you're fine.
Oh, you gotta make the 5-head joke, don't you?
Have five! Five.
What would the movie be about? Would it be a biopic?
No, because they tend to pull the character way out of distortion, and they tend to make the person more likable or less likable.
Alright, let's not politicise it. What would it be about?
Well, if I become like a famous musician, then probably that. That's like my trials and tribulations.
Awesome. If they made a movie about me, I would want it to be a fantasy movie, first of all. I would want them to set it in a completely different universe.
And Rihanna was going to play you.
No.
If Rihanna becomes an actress.
I don't know who... Rihanna is an actress, first of all. She's been in plenty of movies. Second of all... Rihanna's my queen, by the way. Second of all, I wouldn't know who I'd get to play me. I don't really like any female actresses.
Get a dude to do it.
Get a dude to do it. Like a guy play my role.
Yeah.
Oh, I would get Chris Pratt to do it. I love Chris Pratt. He would play me in the movie of Me.
Okay. Fair.
I could see Chris Pratt playing me. He'd be a great me.
I guess. Okay. Yeah, NPH or Ryan Reynolds. One of the two.
Yeah, definitely. For you, either Ryan Reynolds or NPH.
Yeah.
If you were an ice cream flavour, which one would you be and why?
Chocolate baby.
You'd be vanilla.
Right, I'm gonna go.
You'd be vanilla.
What, because I'm boring?
No, because you're the most liked flavour in the history of flavours. That's why you're a classic.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Well, I wasn't going to roast you throughout the whole video. They can't see your face.
I know. Guys, I'm going to give you a... I'm just full
He's going to show his hand.
Full disclosure, you're really not missing much at all. I'm actually a bit of a hideous freak, so...
He's not a hideous freak.
I mean, I saw Shrek the other day, we had a wonderful time with this. Hi.
Fish are friends, not food.
Wrong movie.
Don't care. If I was an ice cream flavour, I'd be a Neapolitan.
Why?
Because I always change my haircut.
You do?
No, actually, initially when I saw this question, I was like, I would be a mint ice cream, because a few people like me, but not the majority of people.
Well, you like Marmite then?
Huh?
You like Marmite?
Marmite?
Yeah, some people like you.
Yeah, but Marmite you use it as a reference to say that either people love you or people hate you. For me, I feel like I would be a mint ice cream because there's only a select few people who really, really like you, and the rest of the world is kind of just like, eh.
Yeah, it is.
Who's your favourite cartoon character and why? You still watch cartoons.
Oh man, seriously, I still do sometimes.
What's your favourite cartoon show currently?
Right now,
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
You've always loved The Simpsons.
No,
Who's
The
your
Simpsons.
favourite in The Simpsons?
That's a really, really tricky question.
Really?
It's a toss-up between Apu or Flanders.
Flanders?
Flanders. I find
Ned
I
Flanders.
find Flanders so funny. Or like, I don't know, Lenny, just because he's such a great meme character.
Bart has always been my favourite Simpsons character.
I used to love Bart, although Milhouse is exceptional.
No, I forgot that you love Milhouse. and The
Milhouse is
Simpsons.
so funny!
Milhouse. I think my favourite cartoon growing up was Pokemon.
Yes.
And my favourite character when I was younger was Misty, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's the same here. I mean, I remember when I was a kid.
But you liked Misty the most.
No, but Pokemon was my favourite show growing up. When I was a kid, after I finished school about 3, I'd always pressured my dad to just fucking zoom home so I could catch the 3:30
So you could catch
show.
the 3:30 show. That's so cute.
But yeah, it was either Ash or Brock for me.
Brock always was so way too perverted for me as a kid. I didn't like it. I also really liked Nurse Joy.
But which one?
Which Nurse Joy? All of them. They're all the same people.
No.
Yeah, they are.
They're family members.
No, they're not.
They're the same family.
She and her sister, the police lady and Nurse Joy.
Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy are not sisters.
Yes, they
No,
are.
they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. No, that makes me cough. Stop doing that. You shouldn't be doing that in here anyway.
I love you.
Love you too. My favourite cartoon currently is F is for Family, though. You watched that recently.
Yeah, it's great, actually.
Do you like it?
I really like it.
I feel like you didn't really like it.
No, Bill Burr was hysterical.
He's hysterical, but you don't like the stand-ups.
I
love
don't
the
like
stand-ups.
stand-ups in general. I just don't. I just think it's... Yes. I don't know, it's just because I've seen one too many bad stand-ups, and, I've just come to the conclusion that stand-ups are basically just someone on stage just being too much of a fucking tryhard, trying to get a bunch of people to laugh.
Okay, we're talking about Bill Burr, who is like my dad, so stop.
Yeah, well, Bill Burr, sir, if you're watching, I apologise. I love your show, so F is for family, that is. So.
Next question, because we're swiftly moving on from that. If you could visit any place in the world, where would you choose to go and why?
Tibet.
You'd go to Tibet, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm fascinated by Buddhism and like the Shaolin temples. And
Okay,
it's really cool.
that makes sense. I would visit Japan, and I would backpack through Japan, which is what we currently plan to do.
We want to do that next year or whatever, right?
Well, soon, but we need the money for it.
Yeah, we've got to put it into the pot.
We need to collect some monies.
Yes.
What is your ideal dream job? Well, yours is a musician and mine is an author. That one's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really easy.
Us creative types.
Are you
up?
a morning or night person?
Night, absolutely.
You're a night person.
With that being said, I'm always the first one in bed. But
This is true. You
but
always put your pajamas on at like 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
ready to go to bed.
No, it's just because I like it in my pajamas. What time is it now, by the way?
Oh my gosh. I'm a night person. I stay up for ages, and I keep you up for ages.
Because you fucking keep on like...
Not even in like a sexual
You
way.
asked me... No, seriously, guys, this fucking girl like asks me 1,000,001 incredibly demanding question when I'm trying to sleep.
It would just be like this, but before we go to sleep.
I don't appreciate it at all.
What are your favourite hobbies, Ed?
Hobbies.
Just watching a lot of Netflix right now.
Yeah, but no, that's not really a hobby. That's just like mindless shit.
It is a
Like,
hobby.
axe your hobbies. I, in the past tense, I loved reading, actually.
Yeah.
And I really, really love good long walks, in really, really cool places.
Mm. This is my favourite hobby. Just making stuff for them.
Yeah.
For the them. It's fun. You should do it. You should come on camera.
No.
You should.
I'm not wearing a hat.
It's going to be really awkward. I'm going to be
Everything-
turning my head to you.
I don't fucking care! My voice is loud enough.
What are your pet peeves?
That's not there. Pet peeves.
Mine is people walking too slowly in front of me.
Actually, we share that one.
We share
We share that one. It's really fast. I'm quite a fast walker. That's the thing. And like,
You're faster than me.
But like, also people who are watching this who don't live in the UK. The thing about London, okay, is that like no one understands the idea of time. They don't understand that other people need to get places.
Yeah, people walk around like they have nowhere to go.
Exactly.
It's really annoying. People texting on their phones and stopping in the middle of the road.
It's the most annoying thing in the entire world.
It's so bad. And the cars here drive really poorly as well. I've forgotten what the answer is to this for you. But what's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
Weirdest for me personally, in my opinion, or just weirdly as in like globally?
Both. Weirdest thing for me is when I had mussels.
That gave me food poisoning.
And they're nasty, they're gross.
That gave me food poisoning, so yes, that was weird.
For those of you who haven't had it, it's like eating a slug. A crispy slug, and it's got no flavour.
For me, it was probably mushrooms, because I just fucking hate the taste.
You don't like mushrooms?
No, because it's a texture thing, because they're quite smooth, and quite, like, sickly, I guess. They make me gag.
I love
They're
mushrooms.
A particular, like,
and you
texture.
saute them with onions, and you caramelize them, they're delicious.
I mean, with that being said, there is, what are they? There are a type of mushrooms that are quite expensive that I really like. I've forgotten what they're called. But also, I guess...
Truffles.
Possibly truffles.
Truffles, you like truffles.
But
But you like the smell. You don't like the texture of a mushroom, right?
No. But I guess the global, like...
But you would call that the weirdest thing you've eaten because of the texture?
Yeah, well, I don't like it. But the weirdest one, like, for other people's standard, would probably be snails.
But you don't like it though, right?
Snails are fucking delicious.
I can't do snails.
I love them.
Can't do snails. No. What is your most used emoji?
Oh, the crying with face laughs one. I abuse that shit.
Do you know what my most common emoji is? The one that is like right at the front.
Oh, it's the 3 one, isn't it?
What?
The colon, the cat face.
No, emoji, not like a... I use a lot of old emojis where I'll just...
You are such... You still think you're fucking 16 or something.
I still write out my emojis. I don't make proper use of the pictographic emojis. But my most common one is the hands clapping because I'm really sarcastic, so I continuously use the hands. What is your favourite mythical or magical creature?
What you mean, like in what sense? You mean like in like lore or fantasy? Like...
All of them. It doesn't specify.
Oh right. Probably like a Harry Potter creature.
Which creature? Hippogriff?
I really like Buckbeak.
Buckbeak is pretty cool. Hippogriff is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're really.
Those of you who haven't watched Harry Potter, it's
like a winged horse.
It's not
but it's got a beak.
It's an eagle. The front of it is an eagle, and the back of it is a horse. Right? Yeah, it's about right. I think.
Although Hedwig's amazing, but she's an owl, so it doesn't.
Hedwig's an owl. Come on.
I'm sorry.
I think my favourite mythical creature would probably be sirens because I've had so many arguments about sirens. Especially with Poppy. I had one argument with her where basically sirens in Greek mythology is like a bird with a woman's head that has a beautiful voice and lures sailors onto the island.
Half bird, half woman.
Yeah, not half. It's just a bird with a woman's head. But in Roman mythology, they're just mermaids. They're just women with fishtails. And I keep having this argument because sirens are classed as both those things, and some people think that they're bird-headed birds, people-headed birds, and others think it's like women with fishtails. So that's my favourite one because I always have an argument about it. It's probably not the best one to have. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? That's the last question.
Actually, a piece of advice that you gave me a few months ago.
Really? What?
Literally just let people live. Don't get involved.
Yeah. You like that piece of advice? That's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Well, it's one of the most current ones that I've remembered.
It's the most fresh.
It's not even about that. I mean, like, for me, it just, it's, I love you. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to pander to me. I know it's my channel and my video and I can cut it all out, but you don't have to pander to me.
Ow, that was my cheek.
I think the best piece of advice I've been given is that life is too short to live with regrets. Life is too short not to try things.
Yeah, that's very true.
You don't want to die with regrets. That is
No.
the best piece of advice I've ever
No.
been given. I don't even remember who gave me that piece of advice. I just remember the piece of advice. But yeah, those are 20 questions
Nice.
featuring Edward.
Yes.
And we will possibly see you in the next one if he decides to teach me how to sing, and I will make that a series.
Oh god.
But I don't know if that's going to happen, but I will definitely see you in the next one, hopefully later this week. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And again, thank you for 100 subscribers. It's been really fun, and it will continue to be really fun. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.